All right, what's up, you guys? This is Nick. I know this is actually a pretty quick video, but this is gonna be a probably 10-12 minute video. So bear with me. Today, I'll be talking about IOTA. Actually, it's one of the interesting crypto coin. So let's go into it. I'm gonna share my screen, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so there you go. All right, so I opened the page already for IOTA. IOTA.org. It's a quite I would say like a global scale of what they're trying to do, or more regional scale of what they're trying to do. The cryptocurrency token. So right now we know that IOTA is an open source. They're trying to find themselves as a feeless, a open source distributed ledger, a frictionless data. So this is very similar to Cardano itself, right? But it already has substantial growth already as it is. I think that's the reason why it's worth more value, or it's higher price right now, um, than Cardano, but it's not worth more because Cardano could still be at play of bigger crypto. What I find interesting about IOTA, right? They were saying that it was not reinventing the wheel, but building upon the current system that we have in the internet, or building upon this current system of the financial world and the crypto world. There's no blocks, there's no miners, there's no blockchains. They have a different source of how they're trying to go and tackle and approach it. um and this is actually pretty good, as a miner, right? If you're going as a miner, you're not mining anymore, right? There's only a quantity mass out there of iotas now. I haven't read into it if they're going to inflate it slowly by 3% a year. But as far as I know, if you don't mine it, right, if there's no mining, it means less energy. Less energy means low costs, low maintenance, right? But also it comes with the question is, where is this maintenance, right? You still have to maintenance this system, maintenance this cryptocurrency, and how do you upgrade it, right? Even though it's open source, how do you upgrade it? Will there be a council? Will there be a company? Will there be any centralized person or centralized community that will consider to accept the update or the upgrade of IOTA? Right. So it's talking about the connecting machines and connecting the whole world through a ledger, making sure that data are secure, they're intact, that they're not even being touched or falsified, which is actually really good, right? I think it's very applicable for the simple stuff of transactions, buying, um, global global shipments of trades, exports and imports, even like data of hours working in and out, or inventory checks. Those are great. I think what they're doing IOTA itself, it's a potential change actually. So what I find that if you look through the website, right, they're talking about how it's feeless. That's great overall. Save that money. But you keep going down, right? And I think I just wa- I just wanted to show you guys what I found was interesting. I think maybe it's development or solutions. Well, I have these other tabs, so maybe it has one of these. Oh, here we go. So I was looking at some of these things. Oh, it doesn't matter right now. I just tell you how I think of it. I think it's scalability, right? They're talking about DAG data, and I had to Google search what DAG data means, right? And DAG data is a linked list trees of graph. Um, so it basically means nodes upon nodes that interconnect each other, and there's a centralization. Does it mean is it decentralizing? I don't I don't believe so. It's not really decentralized. It's more so you're equipping the old system of paperworks into a new system of digital, where it's more fluid actually, which is great. I think I've been working in the government sector for nearly a couple 3 years, and I think paperwork is all fine and dandy for the hard copies, right? Keep some of them for the important things, But when you have a mass quantity that's actually filling space, I believe having digital storage, having fluid transparency, and a ledger in the government sector or inventory check or anything in the business to the civilian and military side, it's important that there's things are fluid and functional and quick. So based going upon DAG data, right? It's just cases of experience, cases, pilot cases, experience, and nodes building upon itself to become a centralized system, and that's how I see it. Um, it's low resources, like I said, zero fee transaction. I think that's just completely great. As for fast transaction, how they stated themselves, I don't know. I kind of don't know what they meant by fast transaction because there really isn't a number they can give us to tell us, right? I feel like it might actually be slower than Ethereum, or it may um, be fast as Ethereum, but still, there is no number, right? Because if they're giving us DAG data, right, it means it's still centralized. So it comes from one point and slowly leaping other to the next node and over again. Um, as for distributed, right? So security, right? I think how I approached it or how I understood it, it was there has to be a hack of 51% of the server being controlled in order to be to falsify documents or be a tampered documents. And like I said, the execution for any of these cryptos where it's controlled 51%, it needs to be a large quantity of members and community members and customers using this IOTA open source in order for not hackers to not hack it. Um, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let me just show you the IOTA roadmap, and I think it's kind of cool. Um, so talk about technological maturity, right? So it looked like to me B in quarter one of 2021. So it looks like it just kind of finished this year, this month. I mean, as you look into it, right, it looks like they're already have a identification. They solidify what they want it, right? And it makes more sense. I'm not gonna say this is like an easy thing, but to me, it's not complicated or it's not like a complicated crypto compared to other cryptos I've seen out there. It's what I really appreciate is the simplicity. They give you a whole layup of what they're planning to do and what's a roadmap, right? It's more about integration. It's building on the same system, which it's nothing bad of building upon the same system of the internet in the crypto world. Um, so yeah, like just take a look at these. It's quite great, I think, looking at it. And then I remember I was looking at um let me load in. Nope. Hmm. I think there's somewhere where I just want to see the development. Right, here we go. And then maybe documentation. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, if you look at the documentation, right, it does tell you what their goal and their ambitions is. So right now, as far as I see it, in some of the projects, they're trying to, um, actually, let me just stop share screen and then just talk to right here. How I see it right now, IOTA is just trying to get the whole legwork going, and it's quite great. I think it has more growth, and it's good where it's at right actually. I think I wonder how big the team is for IOTA, but as far as I know, it's very possible they can finish a project maybe in a couple years actually, depending on the team, the quality of the team itself, right? So let's just do some quick technical analysis chart. I would just, yeah, here we go. So right now it's 145 for IOTA. I think this is a good price. I don't for what it is, if it's trying to change the whole landscape digital for the government sector for inventory check or for commercial and for private, this is great. This is how I think IOTA is applicable for a lot of ledger use. So we can see in 3 months, it's kind of a uphill trend and then stays flat next platform level. So what we're seeing, right, it's just a steady growth, and that can actually show tells you right now already that this has a lot of potential and a lot of room. And if with that amount of like, I guess not a short time, but that long amount of time of growth being steady, right? You can already tell that it won't be so volatile as Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency. Now, when I do it to a year, it does have that steepness right there, right? So 120. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say to you is that it's just off to a new platform that we already missed the bus. You buy it now, you're fine, I think. And if you look at the all time, right? I feel like even if you lost $1.29, I mean, so what? Right. I think you're missing the bigger picture that this is could be very applicable of just reinstating a new system for the old school current system that we're in of the paperwork. And I think the highest point was yeah, so like 4.3. So I honestly think it could actually reach to possibly $10, maybe $20 at most. Um, it's still a good buy, great buy. If you buy it now, that's great. So yeah, subscribe. It's gonna be right here.